So the first thing I want to hit on is something that is worth putting on your radar. Hopefully, you're able to get some more reservations on it. I should have probably looked that up before I started on this, but it's a thing called Terror Behind the Walls. So as I've mentioned before, I started a new overnight job that's in Philadelphia, and it's kind of it's painful for me for the fact that I'm so close to this place, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to have a chance to go there. So first off, it's in Philadelphia. There's an old prison that's over there, Eastern State Penitentiary. I believe it's considered a historic site. I want to say it is. But it is so cool. All right, so it's an abandoned 10-acre prison within the old-time jail cell. So during the day, from what I know about the prison, it's I want to say it's historic. I really want to say it's historic for some reason. Or national park status. But it's a historic prison, I should say, that has just so much history. Like Al Capone was there, and it's been around. I want to say it was around from the late 1880s for some reason till now. I'm on their website right now, easternstate.org/Halloween. So whenever I've gone, there's two options. You can there's many options, I should say, but the two ones I've done before was just like a regular admittance. And there's this one where you can have like this kind of glow stick necklace, and then they touch you and they grab you. The actors, that is, kind of separate you from the group and everything, and it's a lot of fun. So first off, the people who I guess they work there. I don't know if they're volunteers, but the people who are a part of it, who dress up, phenomenal. Oh my goodness, these people are just so good at what they do with their makeup and their costumes and their outfits. And the people who I don't know if this is the same people, the ones who kind of set up the lights, they set up the stages and everything, talented in their own right too. Also for the fact that, these are things that need to last. I want to say it goes like a month and a few weeks ish, maybe. But it's really, really good. And I'm looking at it right now. It says 5 haunted houses and so much more. So I'm just going to at least talk about my experiences. Because I can't obviously speak for this stuff yet, but it's worth going there. I've gone with my friends a bunch of times. I want to say we've gone maybe 4 or 5 different times. I can't recall exactly. But each single time we went through the different wings of the prison. There was different settings going on, and it was pretty good. And knock on wood, I don't know how we've done it all these years, but we've always had just really good weather. Every time we've gone, it makes it a little bit more enjoyable. I think one time it was a little bit of like a misty rain, but it wasn't that bad. If anything, it made it kind of cooler when being out at night. Like all we needed was a hoodie. Anywho, I'm digressing there. And it felt so natural. Like it felt so organic. That's a good way of putting it. It felt organic, just walking around a haunted prison that has been around for so many years before, my great-grandparents' time and everything. What can I say that's bad about the place? Parking can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Because it's so popular, trying to get the time slot, the day and the time slot you want, could be a pain in the ass. Outside of that, I don't think I can say anything else really bad about this thing. Now, I'm going to just, it's not even fair for me to, October, I'm recording this October 21st to see what the scheduling is and everything like that, but I'm sure during the weekends, it's pretty booked up. So it's actually going from, if you buy the tickets in advance, oh my goodness, $39 to $59 for different packages. And if you buy certain days, and it's more if you buy them at the door. So that's just the online price. And they must make a killing doing this. Oh my goodness, they must be making a killing because it's so popular, so damn good. I've gone, have I gone since COVID? I don't recall now that I think about it. I've done plenty before COVID, that's for sure. Because I've seen pictures of me with no beard and kind of baby face. So there was hope in my eyes at the time. One of the coolest aspects that they do, I will say, once you go through the tour, and again, it kind of depends how long is the line, or there's kind of congestion, for lack of a better term, with people walking through the place. But there's I want to say it was, when we did it the one time, maybe it was twice, there was a speakeasy we were able to go through. So we paid, I think it was an extra $10 each. You went down a long corridor. In certain jail cells, they were some games that you can play, like 3-card Monte, I want to say, maybe some other type gambling type games. And you were winning chocolate gold coins, which was kind of cool. I should add that at the beginning, there were like 3 or 4 drinks that I believe came with the ticket. So, I mean, $10 right there was absolutely worth it. Then you got that. And then as you're walking towards the end of the corridor, which ended up being really like kind of like a central hub for other hallways, if I recall correctly, there were a bunch of people kind of like what the hell is the name of the band? Postmodern Jukebox, where they had a modern day song. I want to say it was like a Beyonce song maybe. And they just kind of made it old timey style. Really cool. Just really, really cool. And then to top it off, you had Al Capone's cell that was there in all its glory that you were able to watch and see and everything. And it was for an extra $10. It was absolutely worth it. I think we hung out there maybe an extra half hour, give or take, maybe a little bit less. And it was a lot of fun for an extra $10. Absolutely worth it. And of course, as you're leaving, you're able to like kind of pick up some like Terror Behind the Walls or Eastern State Penitentiary merch. But it was great. Oh my goodness. So I want to say it's good if you have kids who are like middle school age and older to bring with you. Little kids, no. But it's really, really good it's one of those things where if you're looking to do a haunted house, even if you don't live anywhere near Philly, if Philly is a 2-3-ish 4-hour drive, honestly, if it's a full tank of gas away from you, it's worth it. It's so worth it. One thing that I actually should point out is there's a place across the street. Now, there's a bunch of nice restaurants across the street. And I believe it's called Jack's Firehouse. Yes, Jack's Firehouse. I just want to see if I can get some information as I click on it. Nope, it won't let me. Damn, that sucks. But Jack's Firehouse was an old school, again, in Philadelphia. It's an old-timey firehouse that was rebuilt, and it is just a really cool restaurant and bar setup. I'm trying to see what year the place is from. Their website is, About Us. There we go. It doesn't say much. But, it was just a really good, like, adult kind of chill bar restaurant to go to. If you're looking for, like, hitting up as many, I don't know. If you're looking for, like, a high-energy bar, you're going with a lot of friends or something like that, maybe not the ideal. You want, like, like kind of more chill, laid-back vibe, kind of a rustic feel to it. You want to go here. And, again, it's pretty much right across the street from the place. So, it's absolutely worth it. So between Jack's Firehouse, I remember the food was just really, really good. Couldn't tell you what I ordered, but the food was really, really good, and the mixed drinks were phenomenal. Remember, it was kind of cold, so I think I had like a hot toddy, if I remember correctly. It was delish. It was delish. But check that out. Eastern State Penitentiary, Terror Behind the Walls. And, if you're hungry, you want a little drinky, check out Jack's Firehouse across the street. You're not going to regret it.